Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Steins Gate. It is episode 23B, or it is Steins Gate Zero, the beginning. Depends on what you want to see. Both is true. So we are beginning our journey for Steins Gate Zero, and it is set to watch the alternate version of 23 from the old Steins Gate series first, which is what I did. So you want to see it, go down into my descriptions here and you will find the reaction itself. Please be aware that thus this episode is to a large part the same as the original 23. You might already know most of it, as did I. So I'll see you there, and once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear out my thoughts about this episode. See you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now that's interesting, right? I already started with a picture in here, which you might be familiar with, because it is from the original episode 23. It is the mail that Ocarina received from the future. From himself, from the future to be more precise. And this email is the one that is the difference, because he did not receive it in the alternate version. So this is where we are. In the original, this email changed what he wanted to do, because he was about to give up and to say, I will not do time travel anymore. It is not working. I will not be able to save Kurisu. It is an endless loop, as it was with Mayuri, you know? And as I discussed in length at this episode in the past, he is more neither right. How could he solve this problem? So he did solve it in the original by tricking time, by tricking the world into believing that Marquise Kurisu is dead, and due to that, nothing really changed in a big way. That's how it worked. Now, thus, he isn't convinced this will work here, and no one gets the idea to him about that. Here we are. So I guess this option of doing it is possibly one that even in Suzuha's head will not exist. And this is a big question now, worth discussing. Because I don't know what will happen in the next episode. I guess that Suzuha was sent back with just help him rescue her, you know? While in the original she was sent back with help him rescue her, but first you have to bring him there once. Then he will kill her. She knew that. And when he realized that, when he knows what really happened, then this email will arrive, and then you will really try to rescue her. Which is a bit weird, but it was the way it worked out. So, I guess in this alternate timeline, she possibly doesn't have this information, thus they don't use the trick to save Kurisu. And we are in a world line now, I think it's a better world line, right? Where Marquise Kurisu is dead. She was stabbed in the past by Ocarina. Now, we had some interesting things there. So the one thing is Mayushi jumped in and stopped Suzuha from hitting Ocarina. So once again, the soul of the series, as we already discussed, is Mayushi helping him. And he then goes to college, so he kind of grabs himself. He is able to make it through this hard time, which they didn't show. On the one hand, I kind of would have liked to see it. On the other hand, I really don't have to see all the suffering and the cries and the tears, you know? So it is some time later. I did not check the date. I mean, it was written there. And he's going to college. He has no more lab coat. He seems very mature in many ways, which makes sense by all that happened. And he's starting to live kind of a normal life, which is interesting. And so the lab is not really that much in use anymore. We had a moment where we did see Ruka not being at the temple. Maybe it's kind of foreshadowing. I guess we will hear about her. We had no more view of all the others of Daru and the like. So, no idea what's going on there. However, when Ocarina was out with Mayushi, they stopped a little bit, it seems, and she hasn't changed much, I guess. And when they split in this moment, proposing to meet again in the lab, and I guess this is where the first episode of Zero starts, he said Mayuri is safe with us, and nothing in the city changed. So he's still looking out if there are changes, and he accepted this word line because it saved Mayuri. He was able to save at least one person, you know? And in many ways, it was the discussion we had in, I don't know, episode 23, something like that. 22 it was. The fact that he has this hard choice whom to save. You can save Mayuri, but then Marquise is gone. Or you have to accept that Mayuri is dying. Those are the two options. And he went for the saving Mayuri. Even then, there was a problem which one to take. So he has finally adapted to this one option. And he kind of came to grips with it, you should think. And then, after the credits, we have Marquise Karizu out of nowhere saying, "Hi, I'm Marquise Karizu. Hope we get along." Which would put in question what exactly that is about. So there are many options now. Sure, she could be there in the flesh, which is very unlikely because she should be dead. But then he just left. I mean, there was such a huge amount of blood. She definitely would have to be dead. But who knows? Maybe they're going in with like the trick that someone rescued her then. However, in this version, we would now go towards World War III, if I'm correct. You know, so not sure. Let's say this is the normal version which should happen. She would be dead. Her dad would be in Russia. There would be this race towards time traveling between Russia and I think it was the US. And every other state in the world. And in the end we would have World War III. This is this timeline. Right now. Where we're in. It is in 2036, so it's 18 years. No, it's more. It's way more years to go, like 26 years, 25 from this time that we're playing in here. So they have enough time to have a good life, you know. And as Mayuri said, Ocarina doesn't have to do everything by himself. Someone else can step in, please. So I would ask myself, how would he cope with that, with the fact to know World War III is coming, and the others as well. And what about Suzuha? Because she pretty clearly would never accept that. She was completely into doing more. What happened with the time machine? Where's Daru? Is he aware now that he has a daughter? All this stuff. So there's more that is possible. I kind of hope that we're going for what Mayuri said, like he doesn't have to do it alone. In the meaning of maybe they will do it as a group. They try something. Maybe Daru is on his way with his own daughter in a time machine, running through time, being John Titor. I have no idea. There are many options that are open now. The question is, how did Marquise came back? Is she just a video message from the past, which is used for something, whatever? Maybe she made some video articles about her work, and she's used in studying, which I think would be an option where he sees her now. Or is she really back? And if so, how? Didn't she die? And everyone just thought she died? Or did someone bring her back from the dead? Someone else did, like first time travel by now. All is possible. Maybe we will finally enjoy and see what all this jelly banana is about. Because we never really solved this problem. How everyone is turned into jelly when jumping through time. all these things to be. So everything else would be speculating right now. So I have some open questions, and I'm looking forward to see what's going on, where all the other characters are right now in place. And I hope you will enjoy this ride with me. Until then, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.